Funding for DNews has been provided by the Cal and Lucille Rudman Institute for Entertainment Industry Studies. Coming up, springtime at last and Drexel's therapy dog on this episode of DNews.
Hello and welcome to DNews. We start our show with a look at Drexel's first ever employee with 4 legs.
Drexel offers a lot for our students here on campus. One of their latest additions is a therapy dog by the name of Jersey. Let's find out what Jersey does here on campus to ensure academic success. Say hello to Jersey, Drexel's first ever therapy dog.
Jersey's the first dog who we adopted, trained for, and decided to hire as a Drexel employee.
His job is to hang out with the students to help them reduce stress. The mixed breed cutie was adopted from the Delaware County SPCA, and he's worked hard to get ready for his job.
He had absolutely no training, so we started with basic obedience, and then from there grew to the therapy dog training. And that training is just a little bit more advanced in the sense that you need to know that the dog is trustworthy in any situation, so that he's completely calm, he won't lose his temper or do anything negative in any situation. So they test him as if he were to go into any situation as a therapy dog. So that includes universities, nursing homes, hospitals, things like that. So they need to learn to be very obedient. If you tell them to leave something on the floor, they have to leave it alone. If someone comes up to them in a wheelchair, they can't jump up on them or get overly excited. They have to patiently wait.
Catherine Formica, coordinator of student fitness and wellness, is the brains behind this whole operation. With a good heart, she's brought happiness to a lot of students here at Drexel.
I've gotten all positive feedback. Whether the student's stressed or not, when they come in, they all leave a little bit happier. I think just engaging with something that doesn't take any mental ability whatsoever, it's just fun and it reminds them of happy thoughts and maybe it reminds them of home. Everyone leaves here a little bit happier and feeling a little bit better about their day.
After 8 months of being on campus, the Jersey experiment has turned into a win-win situation.
We gave a dog who wasn't going to have a home, and now we gave him more love than he could ever imagine. So I think it just really goes to show that, the athletic department supported the vision and that we're here to kind of make that neighborhood community for the students.
You can find Jersey at the Rec Center, Monday through Friday. Reporting for DNews, I'm Aditya J. Suri.
It's springtime on campus, finally, and warmer weather brings thoughts of cooler treats. To celebrate the new season, workers at Ben & Jerry's stores were scooping ice cream and handing it out for free. Just when I thought I couldn't love Ben & Jerry's anymore, I found out about Free Cone Day. I had to know why they would do such a sweet thing.
Ben & Jerry had been open for 1 year. They opened May 5th, 1978, and a year later they were shocked that they were still in business. And as a thank you for their customers, they had the first Free Cone Day, and they've been doing it ever since.
Of course I would never do this, but what if someone wanted to have more than just one cone?
If you want to wait in that line, you can come through as many times as you want. Some of the kids, I swear, come through 6, 7 times.
There's been lots of buzz in the ice cream world about Jimmy Fallon's new Ben & Jerry's flavor, the Tonight Dough.
It's delicious. It's got chocolate and caramel and chocolate cookie pieces and gobs of cookie dough, and then it also has peanut butter cookie dough. So it's a pint of wonderful is basically what it is.
A pint of wonderful? Sign me up. So, what are some student faves?
We just love Ben & Jerry's and we love milk and cookies a lot, so it's just to die for.
Yeah. I mean, I know today I'm getting the Tonight Dough because I had it a few weeks ago and I love it. I haven't been able to find it since, but I'm definitely going to go for it this time.
There are lots of smiling faces in West Philly on this day. You can't get any cheaper than free. That's the scoop for this story. For DNews, I'm Annette O'Malley. But wait, there's even more ice cream on this show. A couple of young businessmen started their own brand. It's called Little Babies.
I started out my trip at Little Babies learning about how the company got started.
In 2011, a couple friends and I got together and started Little Babies Ice Cream on a single tricycle, scooping ice cream outside of concerts and street festivals and block parties and other cultural sorts of events.
Believe it or not, Pete and his friends didn't have any experience in food prior to starting Little Babies.
None of us had any experience in food or in business. All of us were musicians and had been involved in the art world here in Philadelphia for some time. Got a little bit tired of doing that and began to recognize ice cream as kind of a unique and exciting platform for imagination.
Next, I wanted to learn more about what sets Little Babies apart from other ice cream shops.
So the extra unique thing about our ice cream is that we specialize in kind of unique and surprising flavor combinations, and so primarily most of our ice creams you really can't find anywhere else. Lots of kind of goofy and unexpected flavor mashups and things. So some of the weirder ones that are my favorites, I would say, are Everything Bagel is one of my very favorite ice creams. Earl Grey Sriracha is one of our most notable ones and an early fan favorite.
Earl Grey Sriracha flavored ice cream? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I knew it only meant one thing. I had to try it for myself.
It's been around for a while. Let's do that. Oh yeah. It's definitely got a kick of that spicy, super spicy,
Yeah. Oh, wow.
which I like.
Doesn't taste vegan though.
No. Yeah, it's super creamy still.
So good.
In addition to offering such unique flavor mashups, Little Babies is also known for specializing in vegan and non-dairy ice cream.
One thing I'll mention is that about 40% of our product is non-dairy. It's totally vegan and it's made with coconut cream. That's been really important to us from day one, just to make our ice cream as accessible to as many people as possible.
I asked this customer, a Philadelphia native, how he heard about Little Babies.
I was just in the neighborhood and my buddy actually told me that this was a great ice cream spot, and I mean, it's springtime, the sun's finally coming out, so I mean, what better way than to, get a nice cold ice cream for a hot day.
With locations on Frankfurt Ave in Fishtown and Catherine Street in West Philly, Little Babies seems to be the talk of the town. For DNews, I'm Caitlin Gray.
A Philadelphia pizza shop has been gaining national attention, not because of the pizza itself, but for its purpose.
I'm currently standing outside of Rosa's Fresh Pizza Shop, located at 11th and Market. Now, what makes this place special, you might ask? Well, other than the fact that the fresh pizzas are only $1 per slice, this place has a much more altruistic system that we're going to get a look into. Here's how it works at Rosa's. Buy a slice for the low price of $1, and if you want, spend another $1 or $2 so that someone else can have a slice for free.
One day a customer offered to pre-purchase a slice that we could then give to a homeless person that didn't have enough money. So I ran out, got Post-it notes, put one up to symbolize and remind myself that there was a slice that could be redeemed. Inevitably, a homeless person a couple days later came in, only had like 65 cents, and we told him to keep the change and gave him a free slice of pizza.
Mason Wortman quit his job on Wall Street and has turned Rosa's into a terrific pay-it-forward system.
It's great food, and it's just a great experience to know that you can help somebody else out, especially when it's cold outside like today.
Some of the beneficiaries are homeless.
It's a lifesaver. There's many times where I've been hungry and gone hungry and didn't know where to go, because a lot of the shelters, yeah, they serve food, but when you turn over a piece of bread and it's green on the back, you don't really want to eat it. You know what I mean?
The unique and benevolent system has launched Rosa's Fresh Pizza into the spotlight, from local newspapers and magazines to social networking.
Found out about it on Facebook, and then he popped up on Ellen, and I already knew about him, and I was like, oh my god, it's the guy from Facebook. Said, have to get down here, I have to be a part of this.
Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that Rosa's Fresh Pizza was also featured on the Ellen DeGeneres Show?
You're 27 years old and you changed your life from working on Wall Street, probably making decent money, to opening a pizza shop to help feed the homeless, which is an amazing thing. And
being on the Ellen DeGeneres Show is like, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Very few people, especially non-celebrities, get that chance to sit in that seat, and I loved it. She gave me a really awesome sign that I hung in the window, and she gave me a check for $10,000. It's really cool to get such great attention for a positive, program that you've set up.
And in addition to Rosa's mission, its pizza is crusty and cheesy.
Is it good?
Yeah.
For DNews, I'm Rogelio Aguilar.
Remember building things out of Legos? At a recent Philly art show, thousands of Legos were transformed from toys into beautiful works of art.
I'm here at the Franklin Institute in Center City, where playing with Legos is being given a whole new meaning.
Art of the Brick is really a very unique exhibit for the Franklin Institute. It is an exhibit of Lego art produced by one artist, New York-born Nathan Zawaya, who was actually a corporate mergers and acquisitions attorney before he started creating Lego art.
The whimsical installation features over 100 works of Lego art. It includes everything from recreations of famous paintings and sculptures to dozens of Zawaya's original pieces, some using as many as 80,000 Lego bricks at a time.
My favorite piece happens to be the one that Nathan created especially for us. It is so appealing to both kids who love the whimsy of Lego and really connect it to their own childhood, all the way to adults who remember playing with Lego as a kid, but appreciate the very theatrical and art gallery sense that the exhibit provides for them.
I thought it was going to be just something for children. I wasn't expecting modern art masterpieces, to be honest.
I thought it was mostly going to be him doing, his own sculptures, which seems like a decent amount of it was, but I didn't expect to learn so much about actual existing art. I actually plan on telling a few friends that are also art fans to get down here and check it out.
The exhibit runs through September of 2015. No matter how old you are, this is one exhibit that will make you feel like a kid again. For DNews, I'm John LaRussa.
And finally tonight, the Drexel Music Department is helping Philly find its groove through a series of priceless, unreleased recordings.
The class is called Uncovering Philly's Groove. It's a collaborative effort connecting Drexel's Mad Dragon Music with the fabled Sigma Sound Studio and music publisher, Reservoir Media.
We're finding archival material that is owned by Reservoir Media, and so we came in a partnership with them to provide them mixes so they could hear the material that they own. They're multi-track, so they have individual instruments on individual tracks. So I've gathered some students to take those and create finished recordings out of them. And these are all from the Philly Soul, from Sigma Sound Studios. They were all recorded here in Philadelphia.
The students are taking unfinished, unreleased recordings from the 70s and mixing them into completed songs.
What I told them at the very beginning, what I wanted them to do was to go off and mix this without me looking over their shoulder. And then about midterm, come to me with where they were on their mixes.
The old tracks in the Philly Groove label are providing the students with a once-in-a-lifetime school experience.
The opportunities, a number of opportunities come up with this. One, just the experience of dealing with this type of material, which is very different than what they're used to. So they get a great insight into record production practices of the past. Now they're applying how they work in the present to that, so they can kind of see how those connections are made and how some of those techniques go together.
I've been trying to use different sort of plugins to make sounds that sound like the 70s but are a little bit more modern, a little bit cleaner. And I've done a couple of interesting vocal production changes that really speak to the 70s, but they're more modern sounding things because they are digital.
I come from a musical background. I'm a recording engineer. I've worked on lots of records, and when you have recordings made which were mostly made with the entire ensemble playing together in the same room, there's an organicness to it, there's a humanness to it, there's something about it that speaks to the not only the time but musicality, and then thematically this music it paints a picture of urban life in the early 70s, and that is a really nice story to hear.
Stay tuned for these groovy tunes. For DNews, I'm Francine Murray.
That's a wrap for this episode of DNews. I'm Annette O'Malley, and thanks for watching.
The production of DNews has been made possible by the generous support of the Cal and Lucille Rudman Institute for Entertainment Industry Studies and the Antoinette Westphal College of Media Arts and Design.